When big money moves, your financial future changes. Finance meets gratitude with devotion to Lord Hanuman. Whatever brought you here today, stay with this video for a few minutes because the next major change in your financial life may not begin with the money you earn. It may begin with money moving somewhere else. A large flow of capital enters an industry. A new technology changes how work is performed. Investors change their expectations. Businesses redirect resources. Governments alter policy. Millions of people adjust their behavior, often before they even understand why. And suddenly, the financial future that seemed distant begins quietly forming around you. This is the hidden power of big money. Most people see money as something they possess, but the larger financial system reveals something more profound. Money is also a signal. When capital moves, it communicates what powerful institutions, investors, entrepreneurs, and entire economies believe may become valuable next. That movement can create opportunity, but it can also create distraction. The arrival of intelligent automation, advanced computing, new energy systems, digital finance, biotechnology, and other emerging technologies is not merely a technological story. It is a capital allocation story. Resources are being redirected toward new possibilities. And whenever resources move, the future begins to reorganize itself. The important question is not simply, where is the money going? The deeper question is, what behavior is this movement of money creating in the world around me? Because big money does not only build factories, infrastructure, technologies, and businesses. It builds incentives. It changes what companies attempt. It changes what workers learn. It changes what entrepreneurs pursue. It changes what society considers valuable. It can even influence the skills that children begin learning today for an economy that may not fully exist yet. This is why financial education cannot be limited to watching prices. A price is only the visible surface. Behind it are human expectations, technological change, productivity, fear, ambition, competition, debt, innovation, and the movement of capital itself. A person who understands only the visible number is constantly reacting. A person who understands the forces beneath the number begins to develop perspective. And perspective is one of the most valuable forms of wealth. Consider what happens when a major wave of investment enters a new field. At first, excitement spreads. Then expectations rise. Businesses rush to participate. Workers begin acquiring new skills. Entrepreneurs search for opportunities. Consumers change their preferences. But eventually, reality begins asking a difficult question. Can this new direction produce genuine value? Or is society merely paying for the dream of future value? That question appears again and again throughout history. New inventions have repeatedly transformed human civilization. But not every invention created lasting wealth for every person who followed the excitement surrounding it. This is where psychology enters the financial system. Human beings are attracted to movement. When money begins flowing rapidly, attention follows. When attention follows, emotion intensifies. When emotion intensifies, judgment often becomes weaker. The mind begins confusing activity with progress. But a rapidly changing financial environment demands something different. The ability to remain curious without becoming impulsive. That is where discipline becomes more powerful than prediction. You do not need to know every future innovation. You do not need to identify every winning investment. You do not need to understand every new technology in complete detail. But you do need to understand your own behavior when the world becomes excited, fearful, or uncertain. Because your financial future is influenced not only by where big money moves, it is influenced by what you do after you notice that movement. Do you learn? Do you investigate? Do you build useful skills? Do you protect your cash flow? Do you reduce unnecessary consumption so that your future choices remain flexible? Do you invest in your health so that your body does not become a financial liability? These questions reveal something remarkable. Finance is connected to almost everything. Your health affects your ability to work. Your education affects your ability to adapt. Your relationships affect your emotional decisions. Your productivity affects your capacity to create value. Your emotional intelligence affects how you respond to uncertainty. Your spiritual life affects whether wealth becomes a tool or becomes your master. Even minimalism has a financial dimension. Every unnecessary possession can demand money, attention, maintenance, and psychological energy. Sometimes the greatest financial advantage is not earning more. It is needing less. And when you need less, you become less vulnerable to every movement of the financial system. This is an extraordinary form of freedom. The world may change rapidly. Technologies may evolve. Capital may move across borders. Industries may rise and decline. But a person who has developed discipline, adaptability, health, knowledge, and emotional balance carries something far more valuable than a temporary prediction. They carry resilience. This is where the wisdom of Lord Hanuman becomes deeply relevant. Hanumanji possessed extraordinary strength, but strength alone did not define him. His power was guided by devotion. His courage was guided by wisdom. His abilities were placed in service of something greater than himself. That is a profound lesson for financial life. Money is powerful. Technology is powerful. Knowledge is powerful. Ambition is powerful. But power without direction can become destructive. The question is not merely how much financial strength you can accumulate. The question is what kind of person you become while accumulating it. Lord Hanuman reminds us that true strength does not require constant display. It can remain humble, focused, disciplined, and ready. In financial life, this may mean quietly building skills while others chase attention. It may mean saving while others consume. It may mean learning while others react. It may mean protecting your peace while the world becomes emotionally attached to every market movement. And perhaps this is the greatest secret hidden inside the movement of big money. The future does not belong exclusively to the people who predict it. It often belongs to the people who remain capable of adapting when their predictions are wrong. So, when you see capital moving into a new technology, an emerging industry, a changing economy, or an unfamiliar opportunity, do not immediately ask whether you should chase it. Pause. Observe. Learn. Ask what problem is being solved. Ask whether genuine productivity is being created. Ask whether the opportunity is creating durable value or merely temporary excitement. And then ask one final question. How can I become more capable, more disciplined, and more useful in the world that is being created? That question may be more valuable than any prediction. Because your financial future is not simply waiting somewhere ahead of you. Because when big money moves, the world changes. But when a human being develops wisdom, discipline, gratitude, and inner strength, their relationship with that changing world transforms completely. May your cash flow become more conscious. May your decisions become more disciplined. May your mind remain calm when others become reactive. May your knowledge continue expanding. And may the strength, devotion, humility, and fearlessness of Lord Hanuman guide you, not merely toward greater financial prosperity, but toward the deeper wealth of a life lived with purpose, peace, courage, and gratitude. Jai Hanuman.